Well, tonight, fresh details in the Leongatha mushroom murder trial with footage revealed of the alleged killer the day after the fatal beef Wellington lunch.
An accused killer's phone records back in the spotlight. Digital forensic science expert Dr Matthew Sorrell taking the stand again after testifying yesterday that Erin Patterson's phone spent time in the regional Victorian towns of Lock and Outram in the days after death cap mushrooms were reported in those areas. Today, the defence casting doubt on the accuracy of the phone records.
The data can't exclude alternative propositions?
Yes, that's right. Data allows for the possibility of being in the area, nothing to indicate there was a specific visit to an address.
As the detective tasked with investigating the alleged murders took the stand, the court was shown CCTV footage of Erin Patterson at a service station the day after the fatal lunch. The footage showing Patterson walking into the bathroom and leaving 9 seconds later, despite telling hospital staff she was experiencing vomiting and diarrhoea. Erin Patterson has pleaded not guilty to all charges.
Well, Erin Pearson is the Age's crime and justice reporter, and she was in Morwell in court today. Erin, we saw, the court saw footage of Erin Patterson at a service station. What more can you tell us about what was shown?
Yeah, the jury today heard from their first prosecution witness, who was from the homicide squad, a Detective Senior Constable Tran, and he took the jury through some CCTV and CCTV stills of Erin Patterson arriving at a service station, a BP service station at a place called Caldermead, which is not too far from Morwell, the jury were told. Now, in this footage, which was recorded on the 30th of July 2023, the jury heard that Erin Patterson arrived in a red MG SUV and got out of the driver's side, walked through some sliding doors into this service station and made her way straight to a back area. And that back area there was a toilet area. The CCTV showed Erin Patterson enter the toilet. She was in there for about 9 seconds before she left and walked back into the main part of the service station. There, guys, she purchased some items and went up to pay for them before turning around and a few minutes later leaving and getting back in the car. But yes, that information was brought to the jury from a detective from the homicide squad.
There was more today on the mobile phone towers being used to pinpoint Erin's location. What more did we learn from that?
Yeah, we heard a little bit more from Dr Matthew Sorrell. Now, he's the cell tower expert who the jury also heard from yesterday. And in his evidence, he was asked to look at 4 years' worth of Erin Patterson's phone records. And really that came down to 3 particular dates: the 28th of April 2023 and May 22nd, 2023, just a few months before the fatal lunch. And in those areas, the prosecution alleged that death cap mushrooms were known to exist. Now, today we heard from Colin Mandy SC, who is Erin Patterson's defence barrister, and he really challenged the expert evidence from Dr Sorrell, particularly trying to establish how accurate the data really is. And we heard during his evidence that cell tower data sort of pings off different cell towers depending on where you are. But Sorrell conceded today that yes, the evidence doesn't show you exactly where a person is. It really shows where your phone is pinging off, and in regional areas they can be quite far apart. And he agreed with Colin Mandy, the defence barrister, that in fact you might ping off multiple different towers in an area, even if you went outside your home to your front yard or backyard or upstairs to downstairs. It's not really a fine art. He can see the data, he can look through the data, and it gives a bit of an indication of where a person might have been. But he did concede that it was possible that Erin Patterson's phone didn't travel to those exact postcodes of Lock and Outram, but possibly nearby areas.
Erin Pearson, appreciate your time. Thank you.